Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and, without saying a word, command everyone's attention? That's not just charisma, it's a specific kind of power. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of what I call dangerous confidence, using the timeless wisdom of Machiavelli. Confidence isn't just about speaking louder or standing taller. It's about understanding how people perceive strength. Machiavelli taught us that human beings are guided not by truth, but by appearances. When you master the appearance of confidence, you automatically control the perception of power. So, what does it mean to be dangerously confident? It means you carry yourself in a way that unsettles the insecure, attracts the ambitious, and quietly intimidates those who might challenge you. It's a confidence that doesn't ask for permission. It simply exists and forces others to react. Machiavelli would say the weak are always looking for validation. They're constantly seeking approval from others. But the dangerously confident person creates their own approval. They don't wait for the world to confirm their worth. They declare it through their presence, their tone, and their actions. This is why this type of confidence is so powerful. It's not dependent on anyone else. You carry it within you like a suit of armor that no insult or rejection can ever penetrate. Think about it. People fear what they can't shake. When your confidence becomes untouchable, others naturally start to orbit around your certainty. This isn't arrogance. Arrogance is hollow and easily broken. Dangerous confidence, on the other hand, is rooted in preparation and awareness. Machiavelli insisted that power belongs to those who prepare, who understand human nature, and who are never surprised by the world. When you study people, when you know their weaknesses and anticipate their reactions, you carry yourself with a unique calmness, even in a storm. Others will mistake that calmness for natural superiority, but you'll know the truth. It's discipline and insight that create it. In this world, true confidence isn't about shouting. It's about silence. It's the ability to walk into a room and know you don't need to convince anyone of your worth. Your stillness, your steady eye contact, and your measured words speak far louder than the person who shouts for attention. You don't need to argue to prove yourself because arguments often reveal insecurity. Instead, let others argue. Let them exhaust themselves while you stand still, unbothered. That silence can be terrifying to others because it shows you can't be shaken. This is how dangerous confidence works. It makes people question themselves instead of questioning you. Every single interaction is a battle for psychological ground. If you hesitate, look down, or fumble your words, you give up that ground. But if you maintain steady composure, answer slowly, and move with intent, you claim that ground without even lifting a finger. Machiavelli said people are moved by appearances and results, not by good intentions. So your confidence must be visible in how you carry yourself. Even if you feel doubt internally, you must act with certainty. The very act begins to shape reality because perception hardens into truth. People won't ask if your confidence is real. They'll simply react to it as if it is. And soon enough, even you will start to believe it completely. Now, there's a darker side to this. Dangerous confidence isn't loved by everyone. It will provoke envy, fear, and sometimes even hatred. People might plot against you simply because your certainty exposes their own insecurity. Machiavelli would tell you to expect this. In fact, he'd advise you to use their resistance as proof of your rising power. The higher your confidence climbs, the more resistance you'll face. But every attempt to shake you only strengthens your aura as long as you remain unshaken. The world is always watching to see how you respond under fire. If you stay calm, if you refuse to break, they will start to believe you are unbreakable. So how do you build this level of confidence? First, you must detach yourself from the opinions of the crowd. Machiavelli noted that people are fickle, their loyalty can change in an instant. So, never anchor your worth to their approval. Instead, anchor it to your results. Master a skill, sharpen your mind, strengthen your willpower. Then walk with the knowledge that you are prepared. Confidence without competence is just a bluff, and bluffs eventually get called. But when you are truly prepared, when you know you can survive storms others can't, your confidence becomes dangerous because it's backed by reality. Control over your emotions is the next foundation. The person who can't control their anger, fear, or desire will always betray their confidence under pressure. To be dangerously confident, you must master your emotions to the point where nothing throws you off balance. People will test you, they'll insult you, provoke you, doubt you. But if you remain composed, if you smile when they expect rage, if you stay calm when they panic, you rise above them in a way that feels almost superhuman. That aura makes people see you as someone different, someone beyond their reach. Think about predators in the wild. A lion doesn't need to roar constantly to prove he is king. His very walk shows his dominance. An eagle doesn't flap its wings wildly. It glides silently, and that silence is more powerful than noise. Dangerous confidence is this same quiet dominance translated into human behavior. You don't need to announce yourself. Your presence is enough. And those who are insecure will either submit to it or plot against it. Either way, you've already won. Machiavelli also understood that confidence is contagious. When a leader projects absolute certainty, even when the situation is uncertain, their followers gain strength. They stop doubting and questioning because the leader's confidence fills the vacuum of their own fear. If you want to command others, you must first command yourself. This means even when you feel doubt, you act as if you don't. This isn't deception, it's strategy. You are shaping perception, and perception shapes reality. This is how leaders bend nations, how generals inspire armies, and how visionaries dominate industries. But dangerous confidence is not blind. It doesn't mean ignoring your flaws or overestimating yourself. Machiavelli would warn against reckless confidence because that leads to ruin. True dangerous confidence is measured. It sees the risks, anticipates betrayal, and knows failure is possible, yet it proceeds anyway with unwavering composure. The danger lies in how untouchable it makes you appear. You aren't gambling blindly. You're moving with your eyes wide open, but without showing any fear. That perfect balance between awareness and fearlessness is the essence of Machiavellian confidence. When you cultivate this, you'll find that others begin to lean on you. They will seek your guidance, your approval, and your protection, because your certainty becomes their stability. But remember Machiavelli's warning: power must be used wisely. If you use your confidence to humiliate or crush others without reason, you create a deep resentment that will one day explode. This power should be reserved for moments of true significance when you must seize control, stand firm against resistance, or lead others into the unknown. In the end, the Machiavellian truth is this: confidence is not about what you feel. It's about what others see. You may feel fear inside, but if you act with certainty, you win. You may feel doubt, but if you project assurance, people will believe you. You may feel small, but if you carry yourself as if you are large, the world will make way. Dangerous confidence is not given. It's built, cultivated, and projected until it becomes your second skin. And once it's yours, it's nearly impossible to strip away. So never beg for confidence, never wait for it, and never just hope it appears. You must create it through preparation, through silence, through mastery of your emotions, and through the art of controlling perception. When you finally embody it, when you walk into every room as if the ground belongs to you, you will discover a strange truth. The world doesn't resist those who appear unshakable. It bends, and those who once doubted you will call it destiny, but you will know it was strategy. And that is what makes you dangerously confident. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on mastering the psychology of power. I'll see you in the next video. Confidence is one of history's greatest illusions. You can't touch it or measure it, yet it builds empires and topples kingdoms. Centuries ago, Machiavelli understood this truth. He knew that we are not governed by reason, but by perception. And there's no perception more powerful than the appearance of confidence. When others believe you are certain, when they feel your resolve is unshakable, they surrender without even realizing it. This is why a dangerous level of confidence is more powerful than wealth, more influential than armies, and more lasting than charm. To be dangerously confident means you command yourself so completely that no one else can. You speak when you choose to speak. You act when you decide to act. You never rush, you never stumble, you never beg for attention. Your very presence unnerves the weak, because they sense something in you they can't imitate: self-mastery. The most potent form of confidence isn't loud or arrogant. It's silent, patient, and immovable. The person who shouts about their confidence is only betraying their insecurity. But the one who walks in silence forces others to lean in, to wonder, and to doubt themselves in their presence. Machiavelli would say that fear often grows in silence, and the truly confident person knows how to use that silence to their advantage. You have to understand, most people are terrified of standing alone. They crave approval, recognition, and constant reassurance. Machiavelli would laugh at this weakness. He believed a true leader must never lean on the approval of the masses. Why? Because the masses are fickle. Their love turns to hatred in an instant. Their loyalty shifts with the wind. If your confidence is built on applause, it will vanish the moment the crowd turns against you. But if your confidence comes from within, forged in solitude, rooted in discipline, and hardened by preparation, then no betrayal can shake it, no insult can harm it, and no rejection can diminish it. This kind of dangerous confidence comes from a deep understanding of yourself. Most people live in a fog of borrowed opinions, chasing society's approval and endlessly comparing themselves to others. But when you truly know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your capabilities, and your limits, you no longer need to compare. You move with a certainty that others can't comprehend because your compass is internal, not external. As Machiavelli said, it is better to rely on your own arms than the arms of others. In the same way, it's better to rely on your own certainty than the fragile opinions of other people. But you can't fake this kind of confidence. An empty vessel quickly collapses under pressure. This is why Machiavelli stressed preparation, foresight, and strategy. The person who knows more than others, who has sharpened their mind, who anticipates betrayal before it happens, they carry a quiet superiority that others sense immediately. They don't need to brag about what they know or prove their intelligence. Their decisions reveal it, their timing reveals it. Their ability to stay calm in the middle of chaos reveals it. That is the kind of confidence that unnerves enemies, attracts allies, and secures genuine respect. Think of a general leading an army into battle. If fear spreads among the soldiers and he himself panics, the army collapses. But if he projects calm, even when the situation is dire, his army regains its strength. Why? Because confidence is contagious. It spreads like fire in the hearts of others. When you project this dangerous confidence, even those who doubt themselves will cling to you, because your certainty gives them courage. This is how leaders are born, not by begging for trust, but by embodying the confidence that everyone else craves. Now, let's talk about control, because without it, confidence is unsustainable. The person who can't control their anger will destroy their own authority. The one who can't control their fear will crumble when tested. And the one who can't control their desires will be manipulated by those who feed them. Machiavelli taught that a leader must sometimes act against their own emotions because feelings are dangerous advisors. To be dangerously confident, you must master yourself so completely that no insult, no attack, and no temptation can drag you from your path. Imagine being so composed that people wonder if you feel anything at all. That isn't weakness, it's supreme strength. It means you own your emotions instead of letting them own you. But let's be clear, confidence is not recklessness. Machiavelli despised leaders who confused boldness with wisdom. Dangerous confidence is calculated. It sees the risks clearly but proceeds anyway, not blindly, but with full awareness. It's the difference between a gambler and a strategist. A gambler relies on luck. A strategist relies on preparation, patience, and timing. When you embody this, others might call it courage, but in reality, it's foresight. You are confident because you are prepared, and your preparation makes you fearless. Consider how predators move in nature. The wolf doesn't beg for respect. It hunts with silent focus. The lion doesn't constantly roar to prove its power. Its very presence announces its dominance. The eagle doesn't flap desperately. It glides in silence, and that silence is more powerful than any noise. Humans are no different. When you move with quiet assurance, when your words are few but sharp, when your presence is steady and unwavering, you begin to resemble these predators. People sense it, even if they can't explain it. They either yield to it or they fear it. That is the essence of dangerous confidence. And yet you must also expect enemies. Confidence provokes envy. Your certainty will make the insecure despise you. Your composure will irritate those who live in chaos. Your unshakable presence will feel like a mirror reflecting their own weaknesses back at them. Machiavelli would tell you to expect hatred, to embrace it, and to use it as proof of your rising power. He famously wrote that it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Fear, after all, is a stronger bond than love because it doesn't shift with emotion. Dangerous confidence leans toward inspiring fear not because you have to be cruel, but because your certainty makes others doubt themselves. They fear what they cannot shake, and when they cannot shake you, they fear you. This doesn't mean becoming a tyrant. Machiavelli advised using cruelty only when necessary and always with a clear purpose. Your confidence should be a strategic weapon, not a childish display of arrogance. The final truth is this: confidence is not what you feel, it's what you project. You might feel doubt inside, but if you act as if you are certain, others will believe you. You may feel fear, but if you move forward calmly, others will follow. You may feel small, but if you carry yourself as if you are great, the world will bend to that image. This is the Machiavellian art of perception. People believe what they see, not what is real. Dangerous confidence is the mastery of this illusion until it becomes your reality. You no longer pretend to be unshakable, you simply are. When you reach that point, something extraordinary happens. You stop chasing approval. You stop explaining yourself. You stop defending your actions. You realize that the world bends to those who stand tall without apology. That is when you cross the line from ordinary confidence into something much more potent. People will begin to whisper about you. They'll speculate, admire, and fear you, but they will never ignore you. You become the kind of presence that changes the atmosphere of any room you enter. And Machiavelli would tell you that is the very essence of power. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights into power, strategy, and self-mastery. Until next time.